And that was Ortsy Ortiz doing some jazz at the front end of that. You know what's nice? YouTube doesn't cancel Ortsy, but if I play Miles Davis, YouTube cancels him. That's what they do. That is what they do. That's all right. I don't really like YouTube anyways. Okay. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. We're going to kick things off. Sorry. Pardon me. Hope you've been having a good week. Been getting more good news lately as we hopefully we'll just wait to get featured, or maybe we don't. Who knows? But apologies. The show looks like for sure it's going to be not this show, but Autastic looks for sure like it's going to be in as early as August. Going to be at performing at a college. So that's pretty cool. The big show for that is going to be July 25th. And I'm stoked. I'm getting a lot of good feedback on it, and I really feel like I'm going to be able to tour with this show, and even just locally, things are looking good. So I'll keep you up to date on that. Let me have a little sip of tea, and we'll get this party started. How about that? It's Friday night. Last night, again, the show varies. Hey, Coco, good to see you. Coco, last night we had a quite a show. We had like 110,000 views. Tonight, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't know. Rumble has been, let me see if the dude's still up there, at least on the homepage. Yeah, the Peekaboo Gaming dude has been going like for over 4 hours, I think. But he's only got like 500 followers, but he's on all the time. I want to be on all the time. Come on, Peekaboo. Stop it. There you go. Someone likes him, apparently. All right. Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's do it. I got in trouble last night. I'm trying to be more professional as a therapist, even though I'm unlicensed. But my fiance didn't like that I said someone was bad in bed because they were cold and frigid. But I think I might have been right on it. So, what are you gonna do? All right. Welcome to Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. If you have something that you need help with, this is the show to ask about it. We get right to the root of it. We're going to be back next week with phone in. Keep saying it. In order to do the phone in, I have to use the new Rumble software. So I'm going to give the Rumble software, the new software, another shot next week, and hopefully the phone in will work. I had to take like a 2-week hiatus from the Rumble software, the new one, because it was buggy. It was just a little buggy. That's just the nicest way I could put it. But hopefully they got all the bugs out, and I'll be back there. And then we can actually do phone in, because lately we've been getting more people putting their comments or their questions in the chat for us to all work on, and etc. But now you can actually call in, I believe. So that's what we're going to try next week. And if the Rumble software shits the bed again, we go back to the legacy software, which we're using now. It's pretty bulletproof, the legacy stuff, but you can't do calling with it. All right, here we go. Let's begin. Oh, this is not good. The first one's already a little tough nut to crack. Can you see that? Hold on a second. What's going on here? Why is that up and not this? Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, here we go. All right, we're good. All right, so am I the asshole for not taking my fiance back after a suicide threat? No, it's very manipulative of your fiance as a last-ditch effort to keep you, to threaten suicide. That's not what a healthy relationship is based on. But what you do need to do if your fiance threatens suicide is immediately call the police and send them to whatever location they're at. And don't tell them. This will do one of two things. Number one, if they are considering a suicide, it will prevent them from committing suicide because the police will be there, the EMTs will be there. If they need to, I don't know, they'll put them on a 30-day hold at least or something like that. Option two, they're just saying it to say it. They don't mean it. And they're really saying it to just get you back. I don't think I actually need these right now. And if that's the situation, then they'll probably get really mad at you. They'll be like, why did you call the cops? I was kidding. Anytime someone threatens suicide, My rule is call the cops. Just it's one of the two. Either they're full of it and they're using it to be manipulative. They won't do it again once you call the cops the first time. Or two, they're genuinely serious about it, and you definitely want the cops there with the EMTs. So it's kind of win-win. That's the way I look at it. You may find it different. Here comes a few more people. Yeah, hello and welcome to the chat, everybody. Come on down, folks. Welcome to the show. Now let me go into this whole thing. So my fiance threatened to kill himself with a loaded gun in front of me. Okay, well that changes everything entirely. Obviously, you don't have the chance to call 911 on him and do what I just said. So in that situation, yeah, placate your fiance. Even if you have no intention of going back with your fiance, you don't want to see him kill himself in front of you. So say yes to everything. Yes, 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 yes. As soon as you can get that gun away from him, then you call the police, then you call the EMTs, then you call everybody. But yeah, just play along within reason, and yeah, get the gun out of the hands, get the bullets out of the gun, and then as soon as you feasibly can, get some help over there. So he threatened to kill himself with a loaded gun. I called police immediately. Good for you. And he was sent to a psychiatric facility for stabilization. Okay, so he was apparently legitimately nuts. They did nuts temporarily, insane. They did a blood alcohol test on him. He was way over the legal limit, so he's very drunk. I saw him drinking a little bit during the day, but yeah, he was sneaking at liquor without you knowing. I bring that into the mix for context because while he was at the psychiatric facility, he was blaming the alcohol, but also blaming me for knowing he was drunk. It's everybody's fault but his. He's obviously in the very early stages, if he is going to be in recovery where it's everybody else's fault. And until he can take ownership of it on himself, which is where it belongs, he's going to continue down this route. But it's a process. I found out later he had a history of doing this to other women. Yeah, it's probably been effective for him. If you continue to do this kind of thing, it's generally because it works. So in the past, when he's done this, he's able to keep the woman for a longer period of time. He's able to extend the relationship, not in a healthy way of any sort, but that's how he's able to. So it works. You got to break the mold. You got to be like, I'm done. I am done. Here's a 911. Now, again, you don't want to, my thing is, if you like him, and I don't know if you like, I don't think you really do. But if you do like him, then he may be worth your time to go to therapy with him and this and that. My feeling is you don't really like him. He's a loose cannon. He does this all the time. He's an alcoholic. You tell him, listen, you got to get help, and then we'll talk. Okay? And then once he gets the help, and if he comes out and he's sober and he's pretty good, then you can talk, and you may decide, I like him, or maybe, you're not right for me, but good luck to you. And then at least he's leaving you sober and more cognitively with it. But you need to stop being alone with him ever. That's number one, because that's where I think he gets that's where his game is the strongest, because you're right there, you're right in front of him. He can really scare you and force you to stay. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation, right? Anyway, he found out later he had a history of doing this to other women. 2 other women approached me saying he did the same thing to them years ago, but they didn't call the police. Yeah, see, it's worked in the past. So you calling in the police was a good move. I told you, either way, it works one of 2 ways. 1, it stops it, or 2, it stops the behavior because they don't want the cops to come. So he may already be tired of you. He may be like, no, I need a girl who's not going to call the cops and just going to fall for it. That could be what he's going for. Well, he was drunk too. That didn't help. But again, this is a pattern. So he went into the pattern. I made the decision to not allow him back into the home. Good call. I like it. He's got his own place now, but guilt trips me saying I made him homeless. He's got his own place, and I did not support him during his crisis. Am I the asshole for not trying to support him? No. You do not go anywhere near this guy until he goes to rehab, until you feel comfortable like he's actually made an effort to fix himself. And then if you do actually see the guy again, make sure he's sober. At the first thing, meet him in a public place. At the first time that he's not sober, you leave. No, thanks. I'm not doing this. You're not doing him any. I mean, you got your head on straight. I think you did great. You handled it just right. You called the cops right away. Good job. Good on you. I would get out of this. He'll find someone else to play this game on before too long. Hopefully he gets his help. Hopefully he gets help. I don't know if he will or not, but there you go. So Coco, you fell asleep last Friday. I think Friday had a lot of. Oh, that's fine, Coco. Hey, Des Poetic. Hey, TV Green. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so that's my opinion on it. You are definitely not the asshole in that situation. No way, shape, or form. No way, shape, or form. Just not. You're a good egg. How about that? I'm calling you a good egg. All right, let me do a quick ad for Rumble Wallet. I love Rumble, man. They're the best. They really are. I always say Rumble was into free speech when it wasn't popular, and it's true. We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you can actually own and control your money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money and delaying transfers or limiting access, you're in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today, everybody has heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all that complexity and it makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stable coins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creator, hopefully me, directly, which is convenient. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. So hop on that today. Everybody's doing it. You might as well get in on the gravy train. Hit up Rumble Wallet. If you're going to do it right. Do it with Rumble. There you go. Thank you, Rumble. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, well done, nobody. But yeah, I firmly am a firm believer in calling people out on that thing. I see no downside to that. You call the cops, you call the cops, you call the cops, you call the cops. There is the I hate to be devil's advocate against myself, but there is the scenario where if it is a real mental breakdown, you got to be a little careful because you don't want the cops to come in and shoot them if they go all if they're really sincere about it, So ideally, get the weapons, get the sharp things away, the sharps away from them, get the gun away from them, and then when everybody shows up, you'll be better. Don't let them know. That's probably the best bet. Yeah. Who was sweating the whole time? I don't know. Maybe it was. Hey, by the way, the USA won their World Cup game today. So there you go. I did not see it. But they won, 3-1? So, yeah, good for USA. Good for USA. Good for us. Team USA. All right. And that concludes my sports report for the evening. Also, Viva Mexico, cabrones, because they won 2-0 against a very tough South African team. Am I the asshole for secretly canceling my best friend 16 female university housing after discussing pattern of using smart girls? I don't know what that even means. I know mean girls. I know if you discovered she was a mean girl, we're going to find out. We're all going to find out together. This is how I learn about the younger generation. Reddit. 16 female, been best friends with Vika, as in Vicodin, 16 female for 3 years. So you've been since you were 13, you're 16. You're both, by the way, nothing against you, but you're both very young. Okay. So, everything's not as important as you make it out to be, generally speaking. But let's continue on our merry way, shall we? Good. Let's do it. All right. So here we are. We met on the first day of college. Ooh, you smarty pantses. You're 16. Vika is 16. You met on your first day of college vocational school. Still, usually you're 18 before you go to college. Let's find out more about you two. You two lovebirds. I don't know. I just read something further. But she's definitely the pretty friend. Okay. I've never had an issue with this. Well, one of you is going to be prettier than the other. That's just how it goes. And I genuinely loved past tense, our friendship. Or so I thought. Well, you put loved. Lately, I've been having this nagging feeling that I'm being used. What's this? She's like a 6, but when she goes out with you, she's a 7. Is that what I'm hearing here? I'm being used. But yesterday, I felt like the scales finally fell from my eyes. All right. Since summer break, Vika completely ghosted me for a solid 2 months. Okay, so she's not your friend. So when you said we're friends, or use that past tense, or that makes sense. Friends don't ghost other friends for 2 months unless they've been kidnapped or abducted, and Liam Neeson is on his way to try and rescue them because of his special set. I've got a special set of skills because of that. All right, so she barely replied to your texts because she's got a boyfriend. Still basic, hey, I'm sorry, I'm with Frank or whatever. Yeah, that's still not cool. Honestly, I try to be understanding. People get busy. No, yeah, but still, that's ridiculous. But yesterday we finally hung out at her place. Why did you even want to go? But we'll continue. And the conversation shifted to her past. Before me, Vika had another best friend in school, Natalia. Now remember, she's 16. You're 16. You're not going to be friends with probably anybody at 16. The chances are pretty remote. Maybe one, maybe two, maybe. It's unlikely that you're going to have a really solid friend unless you're one of those like it's small towners who never leaves the small town. In that case, yeah, maybe you will be. But if you have any aspirations of leaving, no. Anyway, but we finally hung out at her place. The conversation shifted to her past. Before me, Vika had another best friend, Natalia. Turns out Natalia was also the smart one. Oh, so one's pretty, one's smart, who constantly helped her with her schoolwork. So she's keeping you around to help out and have her do her homework. Is what it sounds like you're saying to me. Why don't you call? You know what you should do? You should call Natalia and get the dirt on her. Like, what happened? All right. So, okay. Who can't help Vika with her grades and homework? Vika casually laughed and told me that Natalia recently tried to reach out to her. Yeah, she sounds like a real shit friend. This Vika. Vika's response: she blocked her everywhere, forced all of her sisters to block her too, saying, "We are not at school anymore. I have no use for her." Yeah, this is the classic Maya Angelou quote. When someone reveals themselves to you, believe them. You need to extricate yourself from this friendship, which it isn't immediately. She's a user. She's like a Meghan Markle. I'm throwing Meghan Markle into this. Why not? I think it's probably accurate. But yeah, she is no friend of yours. She is no friend of yours. And you need to get out. You are the next Natalia. You almost were already, but for some reason she brought you back in. Maybe she's got a tough term paper coming up next semester. But you will be going the way of Natalia. Go on your terms, not Vicodin's. Anyway, Vika's response: she blocked her everywhere. We're not in school anymore. I have no use for. Nothing to. I only had this happen to me once in my life, and it was a work acquaintance. So I used to work as a concierge at the Regal Knickerbocker Hotel in Chicago, and I got tired of it. I just honestly the standing all the time is just awful. We didn't have a desk. We had to stand behind the thing, and we had padded like thing to stand on, but it still didn't help. And it was a great job because I would eat for free everywhere. I would go to the best restaurants in Chicago and I would eat for free because as a concierge, you carry a lot of clout. Customers come down, guests come down all the time. And what they do is they will ask, where should I go eat? And so you tell them. So you direct a lot of traffic to the local restaurants. Well, the restaurants know this. So they invite you to their restaurant to eat for free and try and really just, dazzle you. So you'll send more people their way. I've told the story of this one restaurant that didn't do that. Me and the other concierges asked it was across like kitty corner from where we were. Asked to eat there for free. It's just we took it for granted. They're like, no, you got to pay. We're like, oh, we got to pay. Okay. So for the next 6 months, we never, ever, ever, ever recommended that restaurant to anyone. Ever. I had one guy come up to me and goes, hey, I went to this restaurant over there. It was really good. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Okay, great. Good for you. But we never did. They were out of business in 6 months. I don't even remember the name of the restaurant. I just remembered, Chicago, you got to pay to play. Seriously. Anyway, but that being said, I totally digressed on the story. There was this guy, I'll use his real name. It doesn't really matter. I don't know if he's even alive. Who cares? His name was Vern. And we weren't like, we were friends at work. Like I didn't love Vern, but I didn't dislike Vern, but we were, like at least work acquaintances. So I had quit. And then, a month later, I'm on Clark Street. I'm going to get the bus. And as I'm getting on the bus, Vern's getting off. I'm like, oh, hey, Vern, how you doing? And he just looks at me and goes, we don't work together anymore. And then he just like kind of walked up and I'm like, Wow. Okay, bro. It's like, it wasn't like I would go like, hey, you want to go out for coffee? Like with Vern? Fucking Vern? Glum Gus. Fucking, like, so, all right, Vern. Okay. Fucking Vern. And I am using his real name. I don't think he's still around. And if he is, Vern, fucking seriously, what's the matter with you? I don't think he was not a happy guy. He was a perpetual glum Gus. For him to break a smile was a very special occasion indeed for him. All right. Back to this. So she blocked me. We're not. Here's the line that set me off. We're not in school anymore. I have no use for her. Huh, Vern? Sound familiar? You jackass. So we have nothing to talk about. Okay. Hearing this made me feel sick to my stomach. I felt, he felt sorry for, you know what, Natalia, here's the thing. Why don't you go two smarts, right? You got the smart and the pretty, and you had a smart and a pretty. Why don't you say, F you? You should go, you know what? I really want to make this girl's life hell, this Natalia's life hell. She sounds just awful, just awful. I would love to make her life hell. Would you have her, any of her information, like a Facebook page or, Instagram account? And then you go to Natalia. You already have plenty to talk about, this douchebag friend of yours, Vicodin, and you two could probably become great friends. So use it to your advantage. And then you can both laugh at her, laugh at the pretty Vicodin. Right? Okay. I felt incredibly sorry for Natalia, but more than that, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I am Natalia. Good. You're understanding things. Vika did the exact same thing to her. She's doing to me now. Here's the kicker. In 2 months, we're supposed to move away to university together. Get away from this girl. I'm telling you right now, she will throw you under the bus as soon as it's convenient to her. You know that, though, already. My mom is currently doing all the heavy lifting, pulling the strings, arranging housing for us. Vika is 100% sure. You need to get away. You need to stop doing Vika's everything. This is why Vika came back to you, because she realized, oh crap, the mom's doing all this. I got to stay friends with her for a little longer. But as soon as you're there, oh, you're gonna be replaced, and your mom will have done all that work for nothing. 100% sure I will just fix everything for her and we'll live together. She's so confident in this that she didn't even bother to check on me or the housing situation for 2 full months. She's really not a friend. Other girls who are entering, I can't quite read that, who are entering the same unit have told me straight to my face that Vika is just using me for a free ride and an academic crutch. Yes, get away from her. I am completely checked out of this friendship. Good. I want to drop her, tell my mom not to include her in the housing. Follow that instinct. There's no reason that you should include her in anything. She's a grifter. She's a user. And don't let her take advantage of you. Stand up for yourself. You seem like you're starting to. Finish the job. Tell your mom no. Forget this yutz, this nincompoop. All right. I am completely checked out of the friendship. That is great to hear. I want to drop her, tell my mom not to include her in the housing arrangements. Do it. And let her figure out her own life and accommodations for us. Do it. But part of me feels guilty. No, don't feel guilty. She is a user. She's a leech. She's a succubus. I don't know if succubus is right, but I like the word. But yeah, no. It's time she pays the piper. She's the only way she'll learn. Some people can learn because they have morals and they can, extrapolate and they can, put themselves in someone else's shoes. This chick can probably only put herself in designer shoes that someone else bought her. And then once they bought her, she broke up with them. That's probably about all she's capable of. That could change down the road, but it's not now. So yeah, get out. Don't feel guilty. You are not the asshole. Do not do another thing for her. Do not have your mom make you guys live together. Get away, run. And you know what? Shoes on the other foot. Say, you know what? I'm gonna go hang out with Natalia. Why don't you see what she's up to? She's way cooler, right? Right. There you go. Yeah, everyone's gonna. I don't even have to read the comments. I know everyone's gonna agree with this. This one seems like a pretty straight up answer here. Yeah, you've been giving a great gift. Use it wisely. Yeah, you've got wisdom now. Time to cut her off and move on as you realize she isn't a friend and she's a user. So yeah, I would love to hear that you did that. Yeah, what a jerk. What a jerk this chick is. You're definitely not the asshole. Good for you for standing up to her. And I'm serious about Natalia. Someone's got to, poor Natalia. Let someone take care of Natalia. Someone check in on Natalia. Can we do that? Good. There we go. All right. Despotic says, am I the asshole for killing that bird? What bird? I didn't read a lot. It was kind of a longer one. Let me go back. Don't kill birds. I mean, unless you're gonna eat them like Cornish game hens, that's different. Uh, okay, odd orders and well dones. Okay, no bueno. Me and my son, he graduated. Well, he didn't graduate, but he finished his freshman year, so we went to Denny's. That was fun. It was good. We had good food. We had lots of eggs and French toast, and then we went to for ice cream, and that was fun. And they had this robot at Denny's, which is really kind of sad because once the robot gets working good, because it couldn't work right. It's supposed to. They're supposed to put the food on the robot's head, and then the robot comes over to your table and goes, "Here's your order," and then you take, and then someone lifts it up and puts it on your table. And it's like these once those things really get moving, and they have like some decent level of conveyance where they can move the plate themselves, then no human is needed anymore. They don't have to pay benefits or health care or do payroll tax or any of that stuff. It's just scary, man. Even Denny's is getting all automated, but it was still good. Our waitress was very nice. Our real one, our human waitress, was really nice. Okay. A bird flew into my car last Friday, got stuck in the grill, had to be pulled out in pieces. It was gross. Am I the asshole for killing the bird? That's what Coco said. You are not, but I have a feeling that bird was already quite dead. That's a mercy killing. Oh, that was Coco. Coco. Wait, did you kill it after the fact? Either way, you're not the asshole, Coco. That's incidental. That's like running over a squirrel by accident. Now, if you aim for the squirrel, yeah, you're the asshole. But if it's just unfortunate sequence of events, it's an unfortunate sequence of events. Despotic says, I saw robins and drop out of nowhere in the driveway. Then a hawk flew by in a predator crouch, hoping it got one of the chipmunks or squirrels. Yeah, I mean, that's what the circle of life, man. Anytime an animal's eating another animal, that's just nature. You can't, there's no, it just is. It's not like a good versus evil or good and bad. It just is. It's just the natural cycle of things. Because they don't have, prefrontal cortex and all of our fancy gadgetry going on in our heads. So much so that we want to replace ourselves with robots at Denny's. Anyway, TV, yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah, we can do that. All right. Let's get back into it, shall we? Good. Mm-hmm. Let me see here something. I always okay. All right, we're doing good. All right, so yeah, so far everyone's kind of been cool. Like no one's really been an asshole tonight on Am I the Asshole on Reddit. Again, if you have questions, comments, we did Coco. We did a light one on Coco. She's not the asshole. The bird, if anything, the bird's family should pay for the damages to your grill, Coco. I would get a good lawyer and seek restitution in a civil court in a civil case. Right? Yeah. Am I the asshole for averting a sexual situation with my girlfriend because she had been drinking? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like what kind of weird stuff did she want you to do? She is your girlfriend. She's not some stranger. If you had been, let me ask you this: if you had been drinking, and then she was drinking too, would it have gone down? Probably. Yeah, I mean, whatever you're comfortable with. Honestly, I think that's your call if you're the sober one. But let's read a little bit about it. For context, girlfriend 27, male 20, been dating a year and a half. Yeah, our sex life's incredible. It's wild, fun, exhilarating. Okay. One thing we haven't tried is butt stuff. It's something I want to do with her, but she really hasn't had any interest, which is completely fine. She mentioned being open to it in the future, but is never completely sold on the idea. Okay, so she's not 100% on board. I think you missed your window, man. I think you had a window of opportunity. I think she probably got drunk. I mean, I don't know for sure, but she probably got drunk so she would be okay with it. You've been dating for a year and a half. I think you missed your window of opportunity. I think if she gives you another chance at it, she's going to do the same thing. She's going to drink again because she's not really sure she wants to. So tonight we went out of town on a trip. She'd been drinking a little, but was more so tipsy than drunk. Okay, so she's not even drunk. I've been sober. Oh, okay. So you've been sober for 2.5 months. Okay. We're taking a bath, had sex. We began to cuddle in the tub. She asked if she could. Oh, it's butt stuff for you. Put her finger in my butt, which I thought she was joking. Nonetheless, she said no. She then said, what if I let you do what you wanted to do with her. Okay. And I told her not tonight because it was a conversation we should probably have when she hasn't been drinking. I told her, you haven't had the conversation yet? Okay. I think you just missed your window, bro. Yeah, and the fact that she immediately started crying is probably a giveaway to that. And I told her not tonight because there was a conversation we should probably have when she hasn't been drinking. I told her this a couple times. I think she was drinking, so she would be okay with it. And then when you said no, she's just like, well, what? I mean, it was hard enough for me to get to this point, and now you don't even want to do it, because she doesn't want to do it when she's stone cold sober, you know. So yeah, that's what I think happened. She immediately got upset, started crying, told me she felt rejected. Yeah. It made her feel stupid for even suggesting. Yeah. You missed your window, bro, if you were really interested in it. That it wasn't something she wanted to discuss sober. Yeah, I'm telling you all, I told you all this already. And probably wouldn't try it sober. I told you that too. And now will likely never try it. Close your window. I think I said every single thing that she did. She did it so you could be happy and have your experience. She just didn't want to do it sober, and you made her feel bad about it. Read the room, bro. Read the room. Ay. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think that one's coming back to you, though, buddy. All right. That wasn't something she wanted to discuss sober, and will likely never try it again. She cried, stared off into space for 10 minutes, and then got out of the bath, hurried into the other room. She still refuses to get close to me, won't hug me, and occasionally walks around crying. Am I the asshole? You're not the asshole. But again, read the room, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. These outbursts happen from time to time on different subjects, and even more so when she drinks. Part of the reason I quit myself was to mitigate the drunken issues and arguments. Okay, well, I mean, it's hard when one gets sober and one doesn't. It's good if you're both on the same page with that. I think she's struggling with that now because you used to be her drinking buddy and her lover, and now you're her lover, but she drinks alone. Yeah, with nobody else. So you guys are gonna have to deal with some things. I think the butt thing is really not the issue. The issue is you've quit drinking and she hasn't. And how is the relationship now different because it is than when you were both drinking? And that's something you need to discuss and you need to probably get a little therapy for. And see what's going on. I mean, I think if you guys really love each other, I think you're going to be fine. This is a little hiccup, but you need to address it. You can't just leave it, let it fester. Then you will break up. There you go, buddy. Oh, but by the way, you that window, it's gone. It ain't happening. Just so you know. It ain't that one ain't coming back. That one ain't coming back. Sorry. Yeah, she was. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh my God, Coco said it was in the grill for 4 days before you realized it was there. Well, I mean, why would you usually you walk out to the car, Coco, or the truck. You're in Wyoming, so I'm going to get you in a truck just mentally. Yeah, but oh, sorry. I'm just reading some of these other ones. Yeah, but I mean, usually you walk out to the car and you open the door and you're not looking at the grill, unless you park it a certain way. But yeah, if you back into a space, you're never doing it. Asshole. Would you say asshole? Is that like what's it? Oh my God. Oh, how old am I that I can't remember? I was gonna say Bill and Ted, but that ain't it. Who's Cornholio? Beavis and Butthead. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Exit only, Coco says. That's funny. But yeah, so there you go. So am I the asshole for not taking advantage of the asshole? All right. Well, there you go. There's it's the proclamations have been made. We've come to our conclusion. We'll move on from that one. I'm still glad I read it, but yeah, sometimes we gotta respect the not safe for work thing on a Reddit post. Okay, this is not good. So this one says, "Am I the asshole for refusing to put effort into my marriage?" Yeah. It's either one thing. You're either going to put effort into the marriage so the marriage can be strong, or you're going to realize that the marriage is over, and it's really one or the other. But to just kind of go in limbo is, I don't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I'll read it, see what you got to say here. 28 female, been married to my husband for a few years. Why don't you, like, you don't even say how many years? That's not a good sign either. 3 years ago, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. You've been incredibly supportive, and clinically, he is doing fine. Okay. He holds down a decent paying job, but I earn more than him. Okay. I don't know what that has to do with anything. About a year ago, we bought our first home. The problem is that my husband's incredibly passive and lazy. So it doesn't sound like the bipolar is really even the issue here. It's just you think he's a lazy fuck. That seems to be the issue. And he uses his diagnosis as a shield. Okay, then now you're at least so he's saying I'm lazy because of bipolar. He's not lazy because of bipolar. He's lazy because he's lazy. He goes to work, comes home, and then obsessively plays video games for hours. That is it. Yeah, you guys are done. I mean, you could go to therapy and you can try, but you don't seem to have any interest because you even said, "Am I the asshole for refusing to put any effort in my marriage?" If you're not going to put any effort in the marriage, you're obviously not going to go to therapy. He's obviously completely checked out. He rather than spend time with you or talk to you or do anything with you, he's playing video games all night. Um, he don't want nothing to do with you, and you don't seem like you want anything to do with him. I think you guys are together now at this point, just out of habit and no other reason. And the fact that you don't want to put any effort into the marriage, and obviously I don't think he does either. I think the writing's on the wall for you. I think while the sun is still out, maybe you can give it another shot with someone else, and you can both find someone who you like. But anyway, I recently realized I haven't completely taken on the role of his mother. You realize I have completely taken on the role of mother. I handle all the work, the cooking, the cleaning, the mental load. We bought our house. I did 100% of the work. Met the realtor. Filled out. Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's sounds very lazy. It's nothing to do with the bipolar. He's just lazy. He just showed up. It's so bad that when his brother recently asked him a basic question about the home buying process, my husband literally had no idea how he even did it. So yeah, you did it all. But guess what? He's going to get half that house, I think. Lately, he's been insisting that we have kids. Do not bring children into this relationship. Do not. You need to divorce and find someone you can each be happy with. I think you will have a much easier time than he will because he does sound incredibly lazy. You strongly want children, but I firmly refuse to have them with him. Yeah. If we have a baby, I know I will be stuck being pregnant. Yeah, you'll be doing everything. You're not wrong, but you need to own up to this and realize that it's time to get a divorce. I mean, you don't want to work on it. He doesn't want to work on it. He knows you're thinking of leaving him. I guarantee it. And so he's like, how can I keep this life where I just play video games? She does all the work and I don't have to do anything. I know I'll knock her up and then she'll, out of guilt, stay with me. That's his grand plan. Don't let him pull it off. Lately's been obsessing about, yeah, okay. So I know I will be stuck pregnant. Yeah, you're right. To give him a chance to prove he could step up, I gave him 2 challenges. Well, good for you. So look, you are willing to put a little work into the marriage. You're at least giving him an opportunity to prove himself. That's solid. Good for you. That's why I think you're going to do much better after you get divorced than he will, because you got your head on straight. I asked him to help with some weeding on his day off this week, Friday, Saturday. The weekend isn't over. He didn't touch the yard, just played games. Yeah, you just get out. Get out now. Well, do not even, I wouldn't even have sex with the guy. Don't even chance it. He's putting holes in the rubber right now as we speak. I told him he was responsible for cooking for 1 month to show he can contribute. We are a week in and he hasn't cooked a single thing. You're done. Be done. I absolve you. Go with God. Because of this, I've completely stopped caring and dropped the rope. I don't know what that means, but I started cooking only small portions for myself. Good. Refused to share with him. I left the yard work, the kitchen a mess, the house is starting to stink. Yeah, just be done. This is no way to live. He finally put a few dishes away, but I feel entirely checked out. I refuse to remind an adult of his basic duties. I feel massive resentment. I felt guilty because he supported us financially for 2 years while I was a full-time student. But back then, the dynamic was fair. Yeah, I mean, you guys have changed and you're giving him a chance and he's not taking it. You can give him one more chance. Be like, this is it. This is the final straw. If you don't step up, we're done. I'm going to file divorce papers. I'm just letting you know. Just let him know so he completely understands the consequences for his actions. Do not get pregnant. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. Because you sound like a real nice person. You probably will stay with this schmuck, and he knows it. All right. Now I work long hours. I make $30K more than him. I'm still expected to do everything. He even brought a $8 tiny bottle of Jergens from Walmart. Oh, my God. We know what's going on there. Am I the asshole for giving up, letting the house go to the mess, and refusing to have children with them? No, you are not. But you need to make the adult decision, the real adult decision here, and just file the papers. Just be done. And I'm sorry it didn't work out. You can give him one more chance if you want, but he needs to know this is it. This train is leaving the station, and you need to be on it, or I'm gonna ride it with somebody else. There you go. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. That is my opinion on that. I love Chicago. I do love Chicago. Yeah, that's why Chicago's awesome. I haven't been in a while. You know what's with Chicago though? Like they're losing the Bears. The Bears. That Brandon Johns. I hate to do politics. I'm not trying not to, but he's a terrible mayor. They had Lori Lightfoot, who was a terrible mayor, and then they got Brandon Johnson. He's worse. He's worse. The Bears, the Chicago Bears, I believe, unless something's changed in the last week or two, are moving to Indiana. They're moving to Indiana. They're moving to Hammond or something. The Bears. The Bears are moving to Hammond. Chicago Bears. I just want to be sure that didn't change. But, well, they ruined. Soldier Field was, they lost historic landmark status because they just turned it into a big candy dish. Who knows what they're going to do with that. All right. Chicago Bears. Top stories. Let's see. Why are there not more of Bears leaving? Okay. So yeah, you can never tell if they're just using it as leverage or they're really going to move. Are the Bears moving to Indiana? That's a pretty direct one. The Bears are officially planning to relocate to Hammond, Indiana. Officially. Following years of stalled negotiations with Illinois lawmakers over a lakefront stadium in Arlington Heights, the team's board of directors voted to. I've been to Soldier Field. I saw a Grateful Dead concert there. That was amazing, actually. It was really great. It's way better than the Bears game I saw there. And I went once and I hated it. The Dead concert was amazing. The Bears game sucked. Just out of date, uncomfortable, cold. It just sucked. If ever there was a need for an indoor stadium, it's Chicago, right? I would assume if they're relocating to Hammond, that will be an indoor stadium. That alone is worth the price of admission. But there you go. It's a shame, ain't it? It's a damn shame. It's a crying shame. Yeah. All right, listen, everyone. I'm cutting out a little early tonight. Not super early, but a little bit. I had a great time as always. I'll be back Monday. I'm going to try and do, I don't know which shows are going to be featured. Last night's was featured. I had 110,000 views. I think, I don't know. Tuesday might have been featured too. I can't honestly remember. I think Tuesday was featured. I think Thursday was featured. Sometimes Wednesday and Friday is featured. You never know. But regardless, I had a great time. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. And I will be back Monday. Do I want to try the Rumble software Monday? I think I'm going to try the Rumble software Tuesday. And I'll try and do call-ins on Tuesday. And if Rumble, the new software, is glitchy still, then I'll go back to the what I usually use, which is the legacy software, which again for me is pretty bulletproof. But downside, I can't use the phone feature. Thank you, Coco. I so appreciate it. And remember, you got to check. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. Remember, you got to check your grill once in a while. That's not even metaphorically speaking. You know what? Everyone needs to check their grill once in a while, especially if you ride a motorcycle. You get bugs in it. All right, folks. I love you. God bless you. Have a great evening. I'll be back Monday, and we will see you then. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Des Poetic, Coco. I think Mark's probably in there somewhere. And everybody else. TV Green, thank you, brother. And the whole gang. Much obliged, much obliged, much obliged. God bless you. Have a great evening. Now, remember, if you've got a problem, I've got a solution. I'm Jeff, the unlicensed therapist. Good night, everybody. Bye.